I'm 17, and obviously I'm not going to be able to vote in this year's election. I turn 18 in February. But I was just wondering what it was like for you the first time you voted. Like, were you super excited?
Well, I voted for the first time with my mom, and it was kind of a funny story because we were supposed to wake up early before we went to school, and we were both going to vote together because my poll was like 3 blocks away from my house. And then she wakes me up at 7:30, and then I didn't roll out of bed until like 8:30, and she was like, you've already missed your first period, like we don't have time. And I was like, Mom, I have to vote, like please, I want to do this with you. And so then we ran to the polls and voted, and it was like one of my proudest moments of life, my first time voting. It made me just feel like I was a part of something so much bigger than anything else I've been a part of.
Right. What do you think that like people like me who are underage and not able to vote, like how do you think that we can help and still feel like we're contributing to like what you were saying, to feel like part of something?
Well, like I'm 20, so I still have a lot of friends in high school who can't vote, and those friends of mine are some of the most vocal friends that I have in this upcoming election. They've been posting everything on their story. They've been educating people. They've been reminding their parents to register to vote. Like there's so many different ways that don't involve voting that can help a campaign or an election. Like you don't have to be a certain age to go out and stand on a corner with a sign or call for phone banking. Like there's so many different ways that you can get involved.
Right.
Really amazing. Like phone banking, I'm terrible at it because I get so nervous.
Me too.
Like freaking out. Like this is a casual conversation, but like calling someone that you don't know and then getting on with them, like they give you a script and it's so easy, and they ask you a question, you'll have all the answers in front of you. And you can do it from your home too. You can do it on your phone.
Right. And you can do it when you're not voting age, which is awesome. Yeah, that's so sick. Something that I think about a lot is like the health of our planet and our ecosystems and our environment. And obviously it's so frightening to watch the Trump administration kind of neglect our planet's health and science. And so I wanted to ask you how you think that your grandpa is going to ensure that our generation and future generations get to grow up in a planet that's safe and healthy for all of us.
Well, I definitely think the number one, like the most important thing that people should keep in mind is that my grandfather believes in science, and he's going to follow the science. He's going to follow what the scientists tell him to do, because he knows that although he might have some information and have his own ideas, that these people have put their entire life's work into understanding how we can help and better our planet. And I think one thing that he's working towards to do is to have net zero climate emissions by 2050.
Right.
And I think he just, like, that's his most important thing. He's always thinking about what he's doing for everyone else, not for himself. And I think as time is going on, like, and as our generation is being more vocal, he's like understood that
right.
This generation, it means a lot to us to have our future in a sustainable and healthy environment. And I think
totally.
And me and all of my cousins and my sisters have been very vocal, and he's always listened to us when it comes to that.
That's amazing. So we all kind of like know your grandpa as like the vice president, obviously, but like what's it like to just have like Grandpa Joe? Like what's that like?
Grandpa Joe, well, we call him Pop, which some people get confused about. But he is just, he's just the best. Like, he's like a second father to me, like to everyone, to all of us. Like he's always there. Like he's as involved as my dad is in my life and my mom, which is something that I find a lot of people don't have the relationship with their grandfather in that
right.
sense. He's like, I call him every single day and ask him how his day is, and he calls me and tells me how his day is.
That's awesome.
I mean, especially now it's been different because I haven't been able to see him as much. But when he's not campaigning, he is just doing whatever you want to do, which is so much fun because you could literally say anything. I could say, Pop, can we go out onto the lake and fish for 4 hours? And he's like, that sounds amazing. Let's go and do that. And I'm like, can we go to the movies tonight? And then let's go to Charcoal Pit afterwards. And then let's get ice cream on the way home. And then like, it's just the best. And especially when I was younger too, he's always there for me and tucks me into bed, like tells us a story before we fell asleep. It's really nice. He's the best Pop I know ever.
That's so rare. That's amazing. Like, where does he find the time? He's just Superman doing all of that.
I don't know where he finds the time. I called him because I just wanted to check in with him, and he picks up and he's like, I'm in debate prep right now, but is everything okay? Like he picks up the phone every single time because he's always like, I hope they're okay. Like there's never like a reason. It's like, oh, I'm just calling you casually, Pop. Like I just wanted to check in. And he's like, okay, I love you. Can I call you back in 30 minutes? I'm on the phone with a few people right now going over like the debate. I'm like, yes, please hang up. Like, why did you?
That's amazing. Truly cares about what's important. I love that.
You have to be conscious of when you're calling him because he literally will always pick up the phone.
Oh, that makes my heart so happy.
And I just voted yesterday early, and I felt so much anxiety just leave my body. Like I secured my vote, and I know that it's there. So.
Right. And if you're not of voting age like me, there's still so much that you can do, so many conversations that you can have and ways that you can contribute and make your voice heard.
Yeah, there's still so much time too to change people's opinions. There's a lot of time left. You can't stop now.
Right. Yay, amazing. It was so nice to meet you, Maisie. You're the greatest.
Yeah, it was nice to meet you.